Okay, so this is chapter 9, problem number 1 for exam 3. And this question is asking, it states the solubility of salt is 35.7 grams per 100 milliliters of water at 298 Kelvin. What is the percentage of salt in a saturated solution? So let's think about what we've got here. We've got a solute, we've got a solvent. Those two things together are going to create a solution. So we've got all the pieces we need to calculate the percentage of salt. Let's think about the masses here. So we're going to need to know the masses. So we've already got the mass of salt. We know that the mass of salt, or in this case, our solute, so the mass of solute, aka salt in this case, is going to equal 35.7 grams. Now, what about the mass of our solvent? Well, our solvent in this case is water. Okay, and we don't know the mass, but we know the volume. So we're going to have to convert this volume into mass, into grams. And first of all, the density of water is important. Luckily, in our case, for density of water, we know that density for water is 1 gram per milliliter. So it's 1:1 ratio. So I can convert this 100 milliliters of water, I'm just going to call it H2O, convert this to grams of H2O, knowing that 1 gram is equivalent to 1 milliliter. And so clearly, I'm just going to get 100 grams of H2O. So what do I have here? I've got 35.7 grams of salt, 100 grams of water. Okay, so if I want to calculate the total percentage of salt in this solution, I need to know what my solution mass is. Well, the mass of the solution is quite simple. All I need to do is add these two things up together. So mass of solution here is going to equal the mass of the salt, which is 35.7 grams, plus the mass of the water, which is 100 grams, and that's going to give me 135.7 grams. Okay, so now that we've got all of that, let's find the percentage of salt. We could find the percentage of water, but we're not asked that in this problem. We just want to find it for salt. So the mass percentage of salt, so in this case, not mass percentage, but percentage of salt in this solution is going to be the mass of the salt divided by the mass of the solution, and divide that, and times that by 100, because we want to do this in terms of percentage. All right, and so we're going to get 35.7 grams divided by 135.7 grams. So notice the grams are going to cancel, times 100. And what am I left with? I'm going to get a value of 0.26 times 100, which is going to be roughly 26%. So basically, the mass percentage of salt in the saturated solution is 26%.